Hey guys, it's Nimbus. I'm back today with another video. Today we're going to use our Celtic Tarot. Yeah. As usual, free Palestine, free everybody. We will never be free until we are all free. I will keep saying all of this until I don't have to say this anymore. At this point, there is... The International Court of Justice literally told is not real to chill out and stop killing Palestinians. I think it's, what is it? It's like 2 children die at least every day. It's disgusting. It's insane. The fact that we are able to just watch this happen and we can't do anything about it, let alone convince the elected officials that we put in office to say anything, it's insane. These people really think that they're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do because somebody else is paying them. We're the ones who put them in the position. They listen to us. That's what it's supposed to be. And at this point, we need to be buckling down and saying, if you're not going to be a politician who's going to talk for the people who voted you in to your job, you don't get that job anymore, and we will forcibly take you out of that position. Before Dianne Feinstein died, they had a weekend at Bernie's planned for her. Like, are you kidding me? These people are entirely too old to be making decisions about my generation, let alone the upcoming generations, Gen Alpha and everything after. These people won't even be alive to see the next generation come in, and yet they're the ones making the decisions. It's insane. These people who have been talking about doing this stuff this whole time actually have the means to do it, and nobody saw it coming. But my bad, we get to inherit whatever world our parents and their parents left us to, because it's our fault that we were born. We wanted this. We wanted this. Free Palestine. Ceasefire now. Permanent ceasefire now. Free Palestine. Free Sudan. Free the Congo. Free everybody. We will never be free until we are all free. Ethnic cleansing and slavery and genocide is really happening now in 2024. We're a full month into it. We're over a full month into 2024 now, and this shit is still going on. These people know that they're wrong. That's the craziest part. They know what they're doing is wrong. And they're like, but am I going to get in trouble? That's the problem. The U.S. is in the middle of, well, okay, for sure at least one huge lawsuit with it was some crazy amount of organizations from around the world who are suing the United States in complicity for the genocide. The United States, Joe Biden, Genocide Joe, is on trial right now. Well, okay, probably not today. I don't know when the actual trial is, but it's a whole lawsuit. It's a whole lawsuit. It's crazy. I think the craziest part about all of this is the fact that no matter how loud we get, it seems like it's doing nothing. But I know for a fact that when the people all stand together and make some noise, it's kind of hard to ignore. So at this point, we have to speak up. Especially white people, hello, speak up. I don't care if my family didn't own slaves. I don't care if, well, we were nice. We have black friends. That's good for you. Do something about it then. Help people. Speak up. Especially people in your family who sit there saying, oh, these terrorists are never going to get anywhere. You have the duty at this point to stand up and be like, shut the fuck up, whoever that is. At this point, it's not about who's lived the longest. I would cuss out anybody in my family the same exact way, regardless of who it is. I don't care what the fuck they're talking about. If they're talking about some fuck shit, they're talking about some fuck shit. That's it. Oops, I'm sorry I ruined Christmas. Oops, I'm sorry your birthday sucks now. Oops, I'm so sorry I had to do that, but I was going to do it anyway. I'm so sorry you can't handle seeing a magical keffiyeh around somebody's neck. I'm so sorry you couldn't handle that. That's on you. That's not on me. You're the one being racist, a Zionist, a bigot, Islamophobe, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to say, that's what you're doing. I'm telling you that you're wrong. And if you want to be upset about that, go ahead. Be upset. Tell me I'm not invited to the next family dinner. Go for it. I said what the fuck I said. I'ma still have a family after this. You're the one being bigoted and racist and terrible. At this point, there's no point in keeping the family together because we're family. If you feel like there's no reason in talking anymore because it only ends up in fighting and it only ends in you getting upset and them not listening, there's no point anymore. That's all I mean. But no, for real though, it is time to really start ruffling some feathers and making people uncomfortable. I keep saying this, it's really time to make people uncomfortable. How do we think Palestinian people feel? How do we think people in Sudan feel? How do we think people in the Congo feel? In Haiti, in Puerto Rico, in Afghanistan. The list goes on. How do we think these people feel? They're not comfortable. These are post-apocalyptic scenarios in most cases, and the scenes aren't better. No hospitals, no healthcare, no hygiene, no food. It's insanity. Be grateful for where you are. Because once shit hits the fan soon, it's not about to be easy. The world is fed up. The people don't want to keep dealing with this stuff. The people don't want to keep seeing this stuff happen. The people are tired. It's just wild. It's just really fucking wild. If y'all haven't yet, just wake up. See what is actually going on. The shit that we were told in school, the shit that we were told everywhere else is not the truth. And it's time that we wake up and we start standing up and doing what the fuck we can to help the people who need help. Regardless of where they are, regardless of how far away they are. It shouldn't matter that they live across the world. It shouldn't matter that these people look different than you, or sound different than you, or eat different food. It should not matter. The fact that your money is going to killing them should be the problem. It is 2024 and human beings are being murdered. Human beings are being ended, erased, silenced forever. A whole group of people, they're trying to eradicate and eliminate, exterminate a whole group of people. And there are people saying, oh, it doesn't affect me, I'm good. It's disgusting. So at this point, if you can, please, please, please donate your money to places that will help. If you guys feel the need to tip me today, please send all of that money and then some to the people who need it. Please donate to the people who need it. I do not want to see any money from these videos at this point. I want to see the people of Palestine in their own state, living their life as best as they can. The fact that they have to rebuild now, along with so many other countries, they have to rebuild and restart from the bottom. It's not like Is Not Real didn't bomb anything of value. They bombed everything. They have to rebuild from the bottom before they can get back to normal. We have to continue to support them. That means if you can, donate to UNRWA, UNRWA. If you can, donate to, Help for Gaza. They've been doing so many good things with getting food on the ground. I'll make sure that I put their link, like one of their ats down here somewhere. But please, if you can, donate to these places. Donate to places that will help Sudan. Donate to places that will help the people of the Congo. The people of Sudan, the people of Congo, please help everybody. As much as we can, we have to do something. We can't just sit here and wait for somebody else to do something and stop these conflicts. We can't wait any longer. We're losing people every single day across the world. And yes, death happens. Yes, death is inevitable, but not at this rate. We're watching mass murders and genocides and slavery and ethnic cleansing and so many other things that we learned were so terrible in school, that we learned would never happen again, that we learned that everybody knew what would happen, and we learned our lessons. We learned all these things, and we're watching this stuff happen now. We're watching it take place. It's not like that stuff went away when it got written down in the history books. Wrong. It's not like it went away. Y'all need to do your own research. Please, please, please educate yourself on these things. Please, please, please make sure that the people who are speaking up about these things get heard, and please help these people. Just help the people who are in need. We gotta help the people. The people united will never be defeated. That is what it is. And they know that. And deep down, we all know that. And that's what we have to hope for. That no matter what, if we stand together as a people, as a group, as a whole united force against at this point, the ruling class, they can't stop us. It's a crazy world we live in. Free Palestine. Free everybody. We will never be free until we are all free. Anyway, let's get breathing. If you guys would like to breathe with me, let's do that. Otherwise, skip to right here and you do not have to breathe with me. But yeah, if you guys do want to breathe with me, go ahead and put your hands flat down on the table in front of you or flat down in your lap. Go ahead and put your feet flat down on the floor. Sorry. Go ahead and put your feet flat down on the floor. And we're going to take deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouths. We're going to do about a count of 4. Count of 4 in, count of 4 out. And then we're not going to hold or anything. And then we're going to do like a little stretch kind of thing. And yeah. If I'm breathing too slow or too fast for you guys, go ahead and breathe however you need to. If you guys still want to breathe with me, go ahead. But don't hurt yourself. You know, if you need to just take another breath, or if you need to just go by 2s, or whatever you need to do what you need to do. This is just for us to connect a little bit easier. So yeah, without further ado, let's get breathing. Go ahead and close your eyes and breathe in and out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, and out. In, last one. And out. Go ahead and breathe normally here for a minute. Releasing any tension from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. I usually just do some little neck stretches like this. Some neck rolls. And the other way. Then I usually do some shoulder rolls. Switch the other way. Shake out my arms a little bit. Try to kick my legs a little bit. Do some ankle rolls. Take one more deep breath in and out. Breathe normally and go ahead and open your eyes slowly. Alright guys, so if you guys need more time, go ahead and pause it now or go back, and otherwise we are going to get started. So yeah, so today we are going to use the Celtic Tarot. This deck is a bit scandalous. Some of the cards are nude, but that is okay. I will do my best to not show anything. One time I was like, and she was naked. It was bad. I was recording, or I was editing, and I was like, oh. Anyway, but yeah. So today is February 6th. Where are you heading? That's what I was thinking of. So yeah. So yeah, today we are going to figure out where you are heading, generally, in a very general way. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. It is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what does not. But let's see. What do the cards have to say? I'm kidding. Let me stop. Alright, where are we heading? Okay. We got the 5 of Shields. The Druid smacked me in the face. So there's that. The Hierophant. The 5 of Cauldrons reversed. It definitely seems like there's a struggle happening for the next step. Like the one card at a time, please, Spirit. The 5 of Shields seems to be like there's this. So you see how they're back here, like not in with the group in the with the fire. Not necessarily like you're being cast out of a group, but it's almost like you're taking that step back from everybody so that you can kind of figure out, you know, so that soon you can step out and kind of get into this role of the Hierophant. Yeah. Okay. The Hanged Man reversed. There's something that's definitely like releasing you. Like, because the Hanged Man is all about being bound up. So when it's reversed, it's kind of like this energy of like, not quite released and free, but like there's this like an easing kind of feeling to it. The Queen of Wands reversed. There's like this feeling of like, oh, jealousy again. I got jealousy in another video, I think 1 or 2 videos back. But there's almost like this jealousy of maybe what some other people have. Because with the 5 of, one card at a time, please, Spirit. With the 5 of Cauldrons coming out reversed, it's like this feeling of like, you're okay with what you've lost. And like, yes, maybe you've lost a lot. Comparative, like, you know, don't compare yourself to other people. That's probably why the Queen of Wands is coming out. But like, maybe even, maybe even compared to what you had lost prior in your own life. Not even like compared to what other people have lost or compared to how other people feel or whatever like that. It's more like that feeling of like, okay, yeah. 15, the Shadow. I think, yeah, the Devil. Sometimes we become addicted to the things that we know we need to let go of. So this is almost feeling like this, you know, jealousy also isn't quite the right word. It's like this overconfidence of, like, maybe it's like this feeling of, oh, no, I'm good. I don't need to let go of anything else. Like, I wonder if that's what it is. Because, like, we really do get addicted to having these things. Even if they're not for us, we get addicted to the fact that the space is filled, there's somebody sitting in that chair, whatever it is. We have somebody to talk to, even if the talking is an argument. Like, we get very used to these things, and we get to a point where that's all we really want out of it. We don't want it to get better. We want it to stay exactly where we are because we like it and we're used to it. But that quickly gets to a spot where it's just too unhealthy. It's just too much to be dealing with it for anybody. Not just you, not just the other person. For anybody to be in that situation. One card at a time, please, Spirit. Plus, once we're able to, like, face our shadow and, like, really stand there and say, like, okay, you're not going to affect me anymore. I know that I can do this without that. That's a huge step forward for you. You know, saying, oh, I don't need that. Oh, I don't need to be dealing with any of that stuff. We got the Star. Yeah, there's definitely like a... What's the word? Rebirth isn't quite correct. It is, but it's not the word that I'm looking for. Hope. There's a rebirth that could be taking place, for sure, which is why I thought of the word rebirth. But this is also really just like, you get a sense of hope. You know what I mean? Like, there's this overwhelming sense of hope. Because yes, you've done the work. Yes, you've, you know, dealt with a bunch of struggles. Yes, you've gone through all these things that you hope nobody else ever has to. But, and I hate hearing this when I've gone through stuff. One card at a time, please, Spirit. I hate hearing this when I've gone through stuff, but it's for a reason. Plot development, character development, whatever you want to call it, there's a reason for it. God has a plan, whatever it is. There is a reason for it. Whether or not it's the best reason, who knows? But what I do know is that no matter what you go through, there's nothing that you go through that you cannot handle. And Spirit, Source, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, they're doing their best to make sure that you get to where you want to go. That's it. So wherever your energy goes to is where the energy is going to appear. Nine of Cauldrons. Even if it means that you have to take, like, a break and take some time, like, away from all this stuff to where you can just figure out what it is that you need to focus on. Like, what it is you actually need to put your energy to. Because, especially with the Hierophant coming out, like, you definitely need to know what you want if you're going to be in front of people speaking at all. Whatever it's about, whether it's teaching or just motivational speaking or whatever it is. People will be looking up to you to see what you're saying. You know what I mean? Okay, like, the person watching this video might not necessarily be looking to do that, but that's kind of like the sense that I'm getting. Like, no matter what you end up doing, people will end up listening to you. Like, because you know what you're talking about, you know how to speak to people, you know what it is that you need to say. Because at that point, you've done the work for yourself to know what it is you want. And if you know what it is you want, then you have a clear idea on where your energy is going, and then people can understand better what it is that you have to say because you know what's clear. I don't know if this is actually making sense, like if I'm just going around in a weird circle or not, but Rebirth reversed. Let me see, I'm going to see what the book says for this one because this is a different card than I'm used to. Fearing the unknown is epitomized by rebirth appearing reversed in a reading. There are possibly too many paths to choose from, too many potential risks that the current may not be willing to take. So perhaps it's best to take a look at the true root of the issue. Yeah, I mean, take a step back, take some time out, take a break, and figure out what it is that you actually need to be focusing on. Eight of Cauldrons. And with this, there could also really just be a shift of perspective. Like, just a whole shift of how you're looking at anything. Because when we take the time back when we take the time to step back and really see what's going on, we're really able to understand a little bit better what it is that was happening right in front of our face. You know what I mean? Ace of Wands. Ask and ye shall receive. You know, like, the aces don't come out unless you're ready to do the work. So yes, there might be a few different paths that you want to go down. Yes, there might be too many to actually figure out what's going on. But that's when you can consult with your team and figure out what it is that you actually need to do. You step back from your own stuff. You know, take a day, maybe two, maybe three, and just sit with yourself. Think, what is it that I've been doing that may have been harming myself? What have I been doing that's harming my chances of going to where I want to be? What have I been doing with the people around me who have been around me? Maybe I've been affecting them in some way. How have they been affecting me? You know, not even just friends. This can be family, this can be neighbors, this can be the dog that lives 3 houses down. Like, how does any of this stuff make you feel? Because if anything makes you feel some type of way, then that means that somewhere it's holding something over you. On some level, it's doing something to make you upset, to trigger you, that you're not letting go of. And this goes for me too. This I'm not saying this as like a high and mighty, I'm better than you kind of thing, because this goes for me too. I need to learn this as well. The Mother reversed. So the Empress reversed. With the Mother reverse, it's almost like the flow is like not like flow, like the flow of life, like your flow through life. It could just be blocked. And it's almost like as you're looking for where to go, it's like you can't see past like a certain distance almost. But that's kind of by design. We're not supposed to see every single detail or every single outcome that we need to in order to get these things done. We don't need to see all these things. We might want to see if it's worthwhile, but that kind of defeats some of the purpose of doing the work. Some of doing the work means that you some of the things that you do means that along the journey, it's not going to be the right thing. Sometimes the point is that you end up going the wrong direction, and then you have to figure out how to course correct. That's part of the journey. It's not that you're in trouble. It's not that, like, nobody's mad at you. Seven of Wands. It might feel like, like you're against somebody. But if you look, you got all these people behind you, ready to fight too. It's 6 on 1, but really it's 6 on 7. You see? Or 6 on... yeah. 8 at that point. Like, just don't back down. Like... I know I was saying, like, comparing yourself isn't good, but I think the word was supposed to be competition, because competing isn't necessarily a bad thing, but when you're competing with somebody in your head, then it gets to be a problem, because they don't know that you're competing with them, and they don't know what you are doing stuff that I'm gonna race this person on the treadmill. Why are you just randomly competing with people in the gym? You both are just working out. It's a calm day. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of thing. Like, it's okay to be competitive in the sense of, I get more customers on a daily basis or whatever, but in like the nice banter kind of way, not in like the I'm better than you, so I'm doing better. Like, because then it's just annoying. You know what I mean? Does this make sense? Like, by all means, show people how stupid they sound. You know what I mean? Defend yourself. Do what you gotta do. Compete back if you got to. But don't be the problem, and don't be the one saying, oh, I'm better than you because such and whatever the fuck. Because I guarantee you it doesn't fucking matter. I guarantee you nobody else cares. Oops. We got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Yeah, I mean, we all have to learn to sit back and just be like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Just at some point, we just gotta be like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't even care anymore. And that's not to say that you don't heal it. That's to say that you release the power of it over you. You'll still have to heal whatever trauma that you have or whatever triggers, whatever it is. But once you say fuck it, it's not going to have power over you. You got to make sure that it doesn't have power over you. But once that happens, that's a huge step forward anyway. Then you can actually start to heal it because you won't get triggered every time you deal with it. You know what I mean? Actually, there was one of my favorite videos when I first started on TikTok. It was this older woman, and she was like, okay guys, let's meditate. She sat down, she got ready, and she was like, fuck it. Fuck it. And I was like, yes, that's exactly it. What's our last card, Spirit? The Lovers. And then the Queen of Shields on the bottom of the deck. Naturally with the Lovers, love. But something that I heard the other day was the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. And to me, that was like crazy. I don't know how to put words into this right now. But with the Lovers coming out and with that, it's like this energy of there's balance coming in, but you have to be able to welcome the balance where it needs to be and not where you want it. It's gotta be that you let it happen and not you forcing it to happen wherever you choose. We have to surrender ourselves at least a little bit. Yes, we get to pick where we go. It's like in a video game. You get to pick your appearance, you get to pick your clothes, you get to pick all your stuff, but you don't necessarily get to pick like how your eyebrows look, like how they're shaped, or like how your nose is shaped, or like if you have any piercings, or like moles. Sometimes you don't get to do those. You know, sometimes, you know, maybe you want sunglasses, you can't do sunglasses, you can only get regular glasses. Like, stuff like that. Like, it's the little details. I remember when, like, the hairstyles that you could get was a ponytail, like, a buzz cut, and then, like, somewhere in between. And that was it. You know what I mean? But, like, point being is that we're going to be able to do and, like, we're going to be able to make the whole thing. But it's not going to look exactly how we planned it out because the details are not going to be the same. And that's just what it is. You're not doing anything wrong. Again, you're not in trouble. You're not doing anything wrong. Nobody's against you. Probably. I'm sure we all have enemies. I'm sure somebody's there, but that's not the point. The point is that we get to make it happen. We get to choose what actually happens and where we get to go. So as long as we are able to stand in balance and harmony with ourselves, everything else will fall into place, regardless. It can take us 40 years to do this, and everything would still fall right into place. Let's get our pride message really quick. So we got hope. Even the darkest of nights are followed by a swift sunrise. You might not have all the answers in front of you right now, but a healthy distraction through work or play can help pass the time. True. Gay camera. Escape. Time out is good for the soul. Rediscover paradise in a long-forgotten hobby. It once relieved you from stress and pressure, so try reviving those moments of bliss. I'm special. Self-acceptance. Loving yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. Don't minimize yourself to protect other people's insecurities. For real though, I mean, it gets really easy to sit there and believe what other people are saying about us, or believe whatever, any number of things. But if we know who we are, that's the only proof we need. Because it'll show. 555 right as I said that. It'll show. There's not going to be a question about it for other people either. Like, people will be able to see it. It'll radiate off of you. Let's do our sweary affirmation really quick. My incense went out. That's okay. Alright, Spirit, what is our sweary affirmation for the day? I trust myself because I am a total badass. These two both just came out at the same time, like one and then two flipped over at both flipped over. Anyway, I am more worthy. I am more than worthy. I am a fucking warrior, woman or man or non-binary. They. Yep. I almost said non-binary they man. That would totally have not been correct. Anyway. If this reading found you today, well, one, I hope it finds you well because you are gorgeous. But two, I really hope that it's able to at least help a little bit. Because I know that some of this stuff can be a little bit challenging in the sense of when we get told we have to let stuff go, it's a little scary because what if I don't want to let it go? What if I want to keep it? What if... This whole thing is completely up to you. Like, Spirit, the universe, source, whoever, is going to tell you things to do to make it easier for you to get to where you want to go. If you change your mind, if you change your mind, you change your mind. Like, that's not a big deal. Like, yes, it might change how long you have to wait for these things to come back in, or to come in the first place, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. You know, say you're about to get rewarded tomorrow, and you say now, oh, well, now I want something else. Okay, well, your reward tomorrow will now be your reward in a month and a half when it can come to you. It's just going to take some time. And that's not to say that you just changed your mind. That's just to say, like, it just takes time. It's just going to take some time. There's not like a set schedule or whatever, but it is dependent on what you do and whether or not what you do aligns with where you want to be. If it doesn't align with where you want to be, then of course it's not going to get you there faster because it's not correct. But if you sit with yourself and you really figure out what it is that you need to do, Spirit will do what they can to make sure that you get to where you want to go. But yeah, that is all I am seeing for you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys watching all the way through if you did. If you guys did, you owe me a follow and a subscribe. I'm kidding. No, but please, 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 I'm kidding. But do like, share, comment, subscribe if you guys would like to. Also hit that notification bell as well to see when I post. But I really thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. I thank your guides and my guides for helping me get this message today. I am closing out this message. But yeah. As always, of course, free Palestine, free everybody. We will never be free until we're all free. Period. Again, if you guys would like to tip me today, please take that money and donate it to the organizations that are on the ground in these countries, helping the people who need help. please do that. I don't want to see any tips from these videos. But yes, also my one-on-ones are open on my website, NimbusThePoet.com. If you guys would like to book, go ahead. Those I am donating part of what I make from the one-on-ones to. I'm going to start with the PCRF and then go from there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and yeah, be safe. Have the day that y'all deserve, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.